Hi, third grade. Mr. Rakeshaw here to talk to you about your math lesson for the week. We'll be starting on page 185, lesson 5.2. So 185 is the page that you need to go to. We will be continuing with multiplication. So right here at the top here, we have Tanisha plans to invite 24 people to a picnic. The invitations come in packs of 8. How many packs of invitations does Tanisha need to buy? So we know that there are 24 people coming. So right over here in the top right hand corner, when it asks how many people is Tanisha inviting, we can write 24. How many invitations are in one pack? It says the invitation comes in packs of 8. So that means one pack has 8 invitations in them. So we can write 8. Real quick, they remind us here that an equation is a number sentence that uses the equal sign to show that two amounts are equal. And then it goes on to say, a symbol or letter can stand for an unknown factor. You can write the equation n times 8 equals 24 to find out how many packs of invitations Tanisha needs. Find the number n that makes the equation true. So n is going to be our placement for the number that we don't know. We need to figure out what n equals so we know what we can times 8 by to get 24. So write down one way we can use is doing the tiles and arrays. They've already started it for us by showing us that you can have one row of 8. So we'll continue their work. We're drawing tiles until we have 24 tiles in total. So we have 8 so far. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. So we have 24 tiles in total now. So now that we have that, we can start count. So we have 24 in total. We can now figure out what n can be. We can do this by counting how many rows of 8 we have. We have 1 row, 2 row, 3 rows. 3 rows of 8 equal 24. So there are 3 rows right down here at the bottom. 3 rows of 8 tiles. The unknown factor is 3. So n would equal 3. 3 times 8 is 24. 24 is the number we're looking for. So Tanisha needs 24 packs of invitations in total. Alrighty, moving along here. Turn to the next page. Page 186. They'll be showing us another way that we can solve, how we can solve problems like this, where we have an unknown factor. So, same problem. We have an unknown factor times 8 equals 24. Well, from the last problem, we know that 8 times 3 is 24. But we can use a table to help us with that, a multiplication table. So we start at the column for the factor of 8. Right here at the top, they have 0 through 10 up here. And then on the side, they have 0 through 10. We need to start at the top here and move all the way to 8. As soon as we get to 8, we go down 3 spaces. Or we go down until we reach number 3, okay? So we know 3 is right here, right? So we go down, boom, we're on the same row as 3. We need to find the box that lines up with 8 and 3. 8 and 3 line up perfectly to meet at the box 24. So we know the unknown factor is 3. So real quick, looking at this table again, remember, you need to do the top part first, count to the number that you have, and then go down until you find the right number you're looking for. We'll use this here in a moment. So right down here, they have us do the array again. So we'll quickly go over the array. So number 1, what is the unknown factor shown by this array? 5 times blank equals 35. They have our array right here, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's one group of 5. So now I just need to count how many groups there are in total. There's one group, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 groups in total. And since we already know there's 35 tiles there, we can just write down that 7 and say that the unknown factor is 7. So 5 times 7 equals 35. I'm going to adjust my book here a little bit. So, on the problems down below, question number 2, D times 3 equals 27. We're going to go back up here to the table and use this to help solve it. So, we know that we have 3, right? So, on the very top row, the yellow row, we will go over to the number 3, okay? So we have 3 right here. Then we need to go down until we find the box that has 27. I went all the way down here, and here's box 27. Now I have to go to the row, the purple row over here, and find out which number lines up with it. So I went here to 3, and then I went down till I found 27, because that's what it equals. 27, I go over. 9. I found out that 9 is there. So D would equal 9. We're going to continue this for the next few problems as well. So number 3 down here at the bottom says 6 times unknown factor equals 30. Do the same thing. Go up here. We find 6. We go down until we get to 30. That's 0. That's 6. That's 12. That's 18. That's 24. There's 30. We go all the way over here to the left. I see that's 5 here in the purple square. Boom. That checks out. So 5 times 6 equals 30. We'll do that again for number 4. 20 equals C times 5. So we look for 5 up here. There's 5. We go down till we get to 20. And then we go over to the left. We see that's 4. 4 times 5 equals 20. So C equals 4. Number 5 has a blank. Times 2 equals 14. So we find 2 up here. Here's 2. We go down until we find 14. There's 14. And then we go over to the left, and it says 7. So 7 times 2 equals 14. Need to adjust my screen here so we can see the very last row of numbers. Alrighty. So number 6 says 36 equals B times 9. So at the very top here, we'll find 9. I know it's hard to see on my screen here. Pull that up. Go all the way over here on the yellow bar till we find 9. And then we go down till we get to 36. There's 36. Now we move all the way to the left, and it says 4. So then we now know that 9 times 4 equals 36. So I can write 4 right down here. So B equals 4. On the next one, we have number 7. 8 times E equals 64. Same thing again. We go right up here. We find 8. We go down until we find 64. Go all the way to the left. We see that there's 8 in the same row as that one. So 8 times 8 equals 64. On the next one, question 8, 7 times blank equals 42. Doing the same thing. We find 7 at the top here. We go down until we find 42. There's 42. Go over to the left, same row. 6. 6 times 7 equals 42. And then finally, we have Z times 9 equals 72 for question 9. We find 9. We go down until we find 72. There's 72. Go to the left. Says 8. 8 times 9 is 72. Alrighty. So, at this point in time, We're going to move over to the next page, but we need to keep our eyes on this table. You're going to be using this table, okay? So on the next page, 187 here, on your own, you're going to use the table from the previous page. Should just when you're looking at the book, it should just be all right there. You're going to use the table to solve all these questions here. Not these ones, not the hot ones, just 10 through 29. Use the table to help you out, okay? So pause this video and then solve these questions and then unpause the video when you're all done, okay? Alrighty, I hope you paused the video because we're moving on here. 10, we have blank times 2 equals 18, and that would be 9. For 11, 28 equals 4 times m. That would be, part of my math real quick here, that would be 7. Y times 3 equals 9. That's 3. 7 times g equals 63. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. For 5 times p equals 40, that would just be 8. For 8 times w equals 56, that would be, I have to do some quick math here. Here, on some of these harder ones, I'll use the table to show you. So over here on my table, I go to 8, I'll go down to 56, I'll look all the way over to the left of 56, and I'll see that 7. Really bad, I got this one wrong up here. This one would be 9 right here for number 13. Even teachers make mistakes sometimes. Number 1636 equals blank times 6. That would be 6. 6 times 6 is 36. Number 17, 8 times e equals 72. On this one, I'll use the graph again. So I find 8, go down to 72, go all the way to the left, and I see that says 9 to the left of it. So 8 times 9 is 72. 9 times blank equals 27, and that's 3. Ooh, my bad, that was a bad 3. 6 times 8 equals 60. As 6 times 10 would equal 60. We know that because anything times 10, you just add a 0 to the end of it. D times 5 equals 10. 2 times 5 would equal 10. 32 equals 8 times n. Real quick, I'll go to the chart here. It's easier to use the chart on bigger numbers like 8. So we go down till we find 32. We go all the way to the left, and we see that says 4. 8 times 4 equals 24. We can use the chart if we want to. Go down till we find 24. Go all the way to the left, and we see that it equals 6. 7 equals 7 times n. This should be easy because if you skip count, you get to 7 right away when you hold up one finger. W times 3 equals 5. We know 15, my bad. 5 times 3 equals 15. Blank times 8 equals 48. We'll use the chart here. Go on down. 48. Go to the left. See, that's 6. 6 times 8 equals 48. 35 equals h times 5. That would be 7. You can double check that by going over to the graph here, going down to 35, going to the left, and seeing that it equals 7. Same thing here, 56 equals blank times 6. Go to the graph, find 6 at the top. Go down till you find 56. Go all the way to the left, and you see that there's 9 in that row. So 9 times 6 is 56. 7 times p equals 49. On the chart here, we go to 7, go all the way down to 49, look to the left, and that will say 7. 7 times 7 is 49. And then finally, y times 4 equals 36. We'll go use the chart for this last one. Find 4 at the top, go down until we find 36, then go to the left. And we see that says 9. So, I hope this lesson helped you guys understand how to find unknown factors. It really helps if you use the table. You can use the arrays if you want to. You would draw how the total number of squares that you have, the total number, and then make rows of the other number that you have, and then count how many rows you have. But I suggest using the table, okay? So at this moment in time, there'll be an exit ticket on Seesaw for you to do. Do that, and you're all done for today. Alrighty, third grade. Bye.